Yeah.
It's also another experience. You know, this is a thing you can write in your CV, in your resume, and you work with Swiss people. You know, it's not like you have worked for anything insane, but you have worked for Swiss people. And I think we can finally do it. We can finally get into our game and see the round that we've been waiting for. Solek asking for the knife, and the knife is going in, so we're here in Zurich. I'm here with Phelan. We're finally starting with the knife round, where the stabs are going to come in and where everyone is getting a few slices in the back, in the front, in the face, wherever you want it to have.
Do you know any knife strats?
Left, left, right, for example, is a good knife
Well, no,
strat.
but I mean like proper set knife strats like you can see right now.
Does
with
anyone
that wall,
do that?
Yeah, with that wall of people, you pretty much bunch them up, but not too bunched up. It's not so chaotic, but I mean...
I don't fully agree on that.
It didn't really work out for them, to be honest.
No, it didn't, actually, but you know, that's no problem. So Berzerk already, we're here now. I'm loving to that, but Alex getting the final kill onto Mally, but that is no biggie. Finally, and at this point, we're going into our game with Berzerk deciding they want to play CT.
Yeah.
And as you see, that can be kind of favorable, regarding especially Solek.
Yeah, I think that Mirage isn't like the... oh, we don't have any game audio, it looks like. I think that Mirage might not be the biggest map when it comes to one-sidedness, to be honest.
Oh, and okay, there we go. All right. I
don't think we're in the piss round yet.
No. One is disconnected. One is coming back.
Yeah, right. So we didn't miss too much.
We're reloading.
I hope that you guys have game audio now as well.
And I hear the music. I don't like the music. Do you like the music?
No.
I don't either. It's horrible. Why do even...
Not even with music, it's...
Not even... I think the only cool thing about that is the last 10 seconds of the fuse.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now we're going into our game. Right now we're seeing Berzerk versus those guys from Villains. And the lineup from the CT side is going to the most interesting one because we're seeing nobody going for that ninja kind of kit. Nobody deciding to go for a smoke as well as a defuse kit. For the smoke. Now just to work out, and now Clean it, pushing onto the side, gets taken down. It's only 2 more alive for his own site.
Alex. Was that all 4 frags just for him?
I'm not quite sure about that.
Yeah, he did actually get 4 frags in that first round. I mean, that is something that is definitely, well, nice to see.
And as you're talking about that, the Berzerk site, it's now going for that. This setup they have is working very interestingly, because we should be seeing them having that great defense. As Merca already down to 6 HP, he took a lot of damage from any of those pistols. And that just means that we're now going to see how this will go. Short goes actually silently through the middle. Just wait for the frag onto Merca. Holds it up, and that scout is pretty much not lethal anymore. Finds the shot onto Mally, and that's very decent.
Yeah, I mean, he is pretty much out of the game by now for Merca, I think, with that scout. I mean, who knows? Maybe he can get some more frags, but I mean, Alex wants some more. Finds some damage towards the site, gets another frag there as well to follow up, and now it is that 3v2 situation. The bomb will be getting planted, and with that, the question is, what can the retake do now?
As we're seeing, there's now only 2 versus 2. The plan has just happened. We have only Carson on that kid with the smoke, so he can make it possible. Merca is doing it. Now it's only on to MRI, silently hiding into the CT, waiting for anyone to come. Here is that. Does he find the first? That is so important. He needs to get Merca. The spray, it works, and now it's only 1 more to find, but the time is ticking low. Carlson can once more try, and MRI just push through. There's nothing to really waste about it, and doesn't find Carson. He can play it on time. He's just so smart about this.
Oh, not like this! Not like
That's
this!
That's incredible! Oh, what was that?
MRI.
And we're just seeing them screaming. We're in round number 2, and it just goes nuts already. What is actually happening with this?
Yeah, I mean, a round like that, it shouldn't go like that, to be honest. I think that is something that... Yeah, it's definitely difficult, to be honest. I mean...
It just makes it all very interesting. And now Merca going for that, and we're just waiting up for that execution, because the CTs, logically, their economy getting fully reset pretty much. Cleaner just sets his way through. And now it's about finding those frags. Merca once more down to 16 HP. The Deagle is up in his hands. And that just now means that Alex is taking an aggressive approach. Works out fine. MRE is down to 14 HP, and now this just means you gotta be quick about it. You gotta be fast about it, because that might make it all turn.
I mean, that follow-up nade wasn't too bad. It didn't quite reach MRI. Still, though, difficult situation, to be honest, at the moment.
Torque, he gets taken down. As we're seeing, there's going to be Short standing there in the tiny corner. The terrorists are now down by 1 man as the time is ticking lower and lower. You still see deagles, you still see 5-7, you still see one single flashbang, and Alex could be the changer in this one. And Mally goes for the first. He finds clean, and Torek as well. In this situation, you're so favorable. Alex finds another UDK. Oh, this is not looking good, because Alex said so perfectly, and now it's only onto UDK. He finds one. Free HP.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, tag down low, but I mean, yeah. Nice to still get that round back, to be honest.
As we're seeing the matches being paused, we're having some issue right now. And as we're talking about that, 3 rounds, it went back and forth so badly and so well at the same time. It was really beautiful to see actually how this went back and forth and how this went just further and further. I'm just actually waiting for this to go exactly how you wanted. I'm losing my microphone. It's all going a little bit out of hand here. But now, it's fine, right? Is it okay?
Your head is too small.
My head is actually massive, dude. My head is very massive. My ears are maybe too small, but they're also very big. They're also don't go that loud, please. As we've seen so far, back and forth, as somehow those guys from Villains took that second round, made it all possible to go aggressively into it, grabbed them, and then suddenly it backfired. That is just horrific to see, because your morale is getting boosted, and they're like, haha, screw you, you had the better economy. We got you, though. But it didn't work. Now we're back into the game, and now we can finally see what is going to happen again. Berzerk with a better economy, while those guys from Villains have a little bit of a problem with that.
We will also see now some more, well, activeness from the players, I think, on the terrorist side now of...
Those guys from Villains, they're making really the aggression.
They're not just focused to just one site, they're doing that default play of seeing where they can find some damage, and at the moment it looks more a little bit mid-focused.
Look at UDK though, he's pushing through this, and now he actually has the opportunity to take down Solak. He just needs to be quick enough about that, and he finds Carlson. No, he does not, and that just means 1 player less on a terrorist side while they're focusing onto A. And take a look, that approach could work out fine. Torek and Kleena are just left, 4 versus 2 it is. Torek taking down Mally, and now it is just about having the right timing, but it does not look like that, because look at the clock.
Yeah, and big thing there was also that the bomb was down towards CT, and of course then, I mean, Alex, had the best position actually to hold that from, because I mean, from CT, if the bomb is pretty much in your line of sight, if the other team don't have a smoke to then get you out of it, then it's pretty much lost already, to be honest.
Yeah, and as you're saying that, now it's going to be about Berzerk having that opportunity to now fortify their scoreline. On CT side, you really need this at this point. Now they're having the call be coming, you hear that. Oh, this is so smart, but take a look at UDK. Look where he stands. We just have to view UDK right now, because... Does he get a plant? Wait, where's Merca?
Alex
there we go.
There.
Ah, nice try. The idea was good. We know the classic. Oh, we're all going B, but just a fake. You know what we were doing. But 4-0 it is. But I think there's no reason to worry right now for those guys from Villains, because as we know right now, take a look. It's no big problem, as it's not their pick.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, for Berzerk, I think, especially on their own map pick, they do play Mirage, I think, as well like in the full team in the German team.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Solik already going aggressive. We did talk about that before the match, that Solik will be that one player that will go aggressive, especially down towards mid, or say upper mid, or even towards B. He is that dynamic player, to be honest.
Beautiful frag. He's getting there onto Solak, as we just talked about it, but now terrorist side has to play with 1 man less, as so much time is left. Carson also on the other side, he finds Kleena, and there's Michael Bierry getting taken down. Smoke pops into the B holes, and also Shorty. Not for you today.
I mean, nowadays, just MRI on that T side. I mean, it's difficult now for Villains, because, yeah, with that Gully in the hand, he doesn't even find that first frag onto Alex to even make some more impact in that round. I mean, it is 5-1, and it has actually escalated to that now. It was very, very close at the start, of course, with the guys of Berzerk winning that pistol round, but then giving up the second. I think that is quite common, actually, in the German scene, that a lot of teams aren't too good against them that force fire.
I know what you mean, yeah. This is the momentum can always stop you at this point. Now the momentum might work out as well. Clean it a little bit too fast. Mally is there with 4. Oh, Mally, you want to actually make it this way? Nah, he's not dirty enough.
Finds the last one.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious that this would happen, but it's always nice to see. I mean, hyping up an ace in an eco round or in a force is not a really typical thing to do, but it was looking nice. It was looking decent.
Yeah, we do see that actually quite a lot, to be honest, of those, well, the teams trying to just escalate and trying to get those rounds done, but I mean, that isn't the case now, and we'll see how it will, well, further expand now, but I mean, Villains, that one player towards mid can be an idea, but I mean, he's there alone, no frag possible. And now the 3-man push down towards bottom of the A is difficult.
Exactly, as Alex getting now fully flamed, but Mally, oh, he's hot for 2. MRI finds 1, but no chance. Berzerk, I think we're just so fast into the 7-1 scoreline, I cannot really believe it. Yeah, and the pause is getting called here from short. Understandable decision, because usually you tend to see things not going that way on a map like this on Terrace, because you can build momentum, right? You can actually go aggressively into this, and we've seen insane clutches. The first round went so well, actually, for Alex, finding 4 frags there, and his entire scoreline is just fairly good. I think he's on 12. Let's see right now. He's on how many frags? 12. 12 to 3 scoreline after 9 rounds is quite decent, together with Mally on 11-2. And it's not looking good.
I mean, as well, I think if we go in game, we might be able to show the scoreboard as well, as we do actually come back from the pause. I mean, they're on the scoreboard. You can see it. The guys from, yeah, it's pretty much, they haven't just shown up yet.
No, they have not. That is the problem, right? And when you have not shown up, you might get in the situation where you need to actually bring in what you can do. It's the first map. It's a best of 5. It's no problem if you're losing this. But now look, the call is coming on to B. And now they know Kalina. He has the chance, actually, together with Torek. Carson finds 2, though, together with his teammate Solak. And that B side needs to be smoked off. But as we see, the utility on the terrace side is quite low. The only one possible to build anything up is MRI, and he needs to make it work. As Merca on the AWP, he knows that there is someone on the bench.
I mean, there, the most important part was they did wait for that 3rd player, for Alex, to rotate over, to then try it. Merca now already finding 1 frag with that op in hand. Finds a 2nd one as well onto Torque, and now it is just down to MRI, but he's ready for that bang spot,
You know what he's doing. Do it. Come on,
find the frag, come on.
There's the first. Oh, that's lovely. That's very enjoyable and lovely, because there's no other option they can defuse for you, and it would be so insane if MRI is just winning this round in this fashion. Once more. No, more left.
Not like this, what? Not like this.
The one run. Oh, this is it. No, so unfortunate. The try from MRI and getting the first one was great, but that's it. 8-1. So after like 15 minutes, Berzerk won the first half already.
Yeah, it has been actually quite fast-paced rounds as well. I don't think that really the guys of Villains really showed up too much. They didn't really make too much impact. In that last round, they got some frags to get onto the spot, but then the post-plant kind of fell apart as soon as Merca went in and, well, found his first frag there with that AWP. And it shouldn't happen like that, to be honest.
The utility from Terrace, so not looking as bright as it should be. Free smokes on UDK, MRI, as well as Kalina, and all 3 players need to use them wisely. What we have not seen so far really is a B execution with decent smokes. Not happening though. Solak already denying the first smoke carrier. UDK falling down. And that just means once more Berzerk looking more than strong and more than decent. Everyone is stepping up. No one is underperforming really. Everyone taking their position. And take especially a look on Carlson, because his angle could be so lethal. They're hearing Torek, and they're just waiting for this to work out, as only 60 seconds are left on the clock.
You know, one thing that we will also have to watch out for is maybe if a team just goes a little bit too aggressive, or then for that fact also on that T side, going far too defensive and letting the round play out and actually not having any impact there.
Yeah, that is true. And with that being said...
Yeah, they inched themselves up towards that B bomb site.
Just waiting.
That angle though for Solek, look at that. Already finding 1 frag there, falling down now. They were expecting him in that, but Solek's still on that site. with the sword of Carson, they still hold that spot. He's still alive there. How is he?
No chance. This is so unfortunate right now. If you're a fan of those guys from Villains, you know, the X-Silent gaining lineup, and nothing is happening here. We don't see that relief you actually need. It's not about just gathering second, it's about gathering that whole entire morale thing. You know, when you have so much problems regarding that, you just need some relief. You just need to breathe out for a second, say, okay, you know, we're not good at this, screw it. Let's focus back onto it. This is mandatory, and that is necessary.
Yeah, I mean, definitely now. I think, yeah, the guys of Villains, they always play with UDK lurking over towards that B site, trying to find a frag. Carlson picks him up once more, but the main focus for Berzerk is over towards that B bomb site now. Now the push for Villains comes out towards A. This is something that I would love to see a little more, because the rotation did just go so fast.
Exactly. This is where it gets a little bit problematic, because MRE, they're finding it, putting it back to the 3 versus 3. That plan is just possible. Does MRE just execute it? Yes, he does. And that just means there is not much time left. Mally on 1 HP. And that makes it also problematic. Because when we take a look at it right now, Kalina stands on his own on that angle with the stairs. Needs to find Carson. Does not get his hit. And this is where it gets problematic. Position known. But that second one is so important. In total, not even 50 HP on the side. And there comes a beautiful one from short. This is exactly what those guys need. Does Villains pick it up, or does Mally with one single HP clutch it? This is where he now needs to make it. There's one. Does he get short? He needs to peek out. There's no other way. He needs to. And he not rips him off. That was so tight. And that is actually, we're hearing right now, giving them that option to scream out to say, okay, you know what, Berzerk, you did a lot of rounds, but now it's our turn.
Well, now though, I mean, a quick look at the money shows the money isn't really there for Villains just yet. They need to win this round. They need to take consecutive rounds now to take the money away from Berzerk.
Exactly.
I mean, otherwise, it's just going to be far too difficult for them.
And with that being said, the aggression comes in. Torek, I think he really gained a lot of power from that single round being won. UDK as well, finding one after another. Is there a switch actually being just turned over? Because I somehow have the feeling that could now be very favorable. But maybe it's just a placebo thing, right? Winning one, taking down two, and suddenly...
Who knows? I mean, sometimes it is that aspect of, well, we're in that slump now. We've lost so many rounds consecutively. Now we win a round, and I mean, the other team could slip away now. I doubt that Berzerk will do that, especially on their own map pick. But I mean, there is always that possibility. But to be honest, I think we should see at least 4, if not even 5 rounds for Villains on that T side to really have a decent and realistic chance on that CT side. Of course, we don't know how they actually play on the CT side of Mirage. No. But I think, especially if you're a setup team and a team that, well, is used to holding that P site, then you can definitely do great things.
Exactly. As you were mentioning that, once more, those guys from Villains know each other for a while, have played for a while, X-Silent gaming lineup, and now we're back to a 4 versus 3 as the time is ticking low. 40 seconds are left on that clock, and Alex and Molly have to save the day, because when we take a look, the top fragger and the top fragger number 2 of the Berzerk site, they're now here for the hunt. The target, Villains.
Well, the good thing at the moment is that they don't really have to worry too much about their money, since they do have that money to spare at the moment. They can buy next round no matter what. And if they can also take advantage of it and take some more weapons of that Villain side and make it a little bit more expensive for them, then that can be a great thing for them. I mean, yeah. Now Molly just all alone against 3.
Yeah, so safe. There's no other option anyway. Yeah. Because you know what we want to do with that 1 M4? It does not fully make sense to me though, because when we take a look at the economy, yeah, it's squishy, right? I mean, Alex and Merca can buy. That's true.
I mean, Molly can even drop for a teammate.
Exactly. So
I mean, buy definitely possible. Actually, Molly can actually drop for both of his teammates.
He could have went
if they don't want to go for that AWP.
It would have been just a little bit risky. But what would be crucial right now for those guys from Villains is getting 5 rounds minimum.
I mean, well, they have to win another rifle round now, because I mean, Berzerk, they've had so much money and so many rounds to build up that economy. They now have, well, at least this round to buy. Next round, it'll be difficult if they lose this one as well. But then also that loss bonus comes back into play. And that is always something that we do have to consider here. And,
I'm not sure if they will run out of money entirely. That's the question.
Look at this position, though, from Merca over towards B. Actually, UDK picks him off. You didn't see that. We saw it on our screens. But still, yeah, the further hunt for the game continues. And I mean, now the side of Villains, they have that first pick advantage once more. And Shorty gets the next one onto Solek. and who knows what they can actually do with this round now.
With that being said, that momentum gain, that one round
Molly,
where
though.
they took it, it's so important. Molly is hot. Molly is hot together with Alex, and they want to put a stop to it. It's time to actually press those brakes. You're not getting any further here, Villains, because you actually gained momentum. It's time to stop that right this second.
I mean, now Torek, he can make his way over towards that B site. Still has Carlson to worry about back towards bench. That position can actually be very, very good for him, of course. Because, I mean, if he doesn't get checked immediately, but Torek checks the spot, finds the frag as well with that spray down. And, well, yeah, 30 seconds to play. The bomb comes in time and will go down. And the question is, what can Molly and Alex do now?
There's no smoke. This is the problem right now for Alex and Molly. They can't do it. Sneaky with a distraction. UDK is there, and he's hunting for the second. Maybe he wants to go for the triple kill. 60% of the enemy team. And Alex now needs to go for the hunt. He's hungry, and he definitely wants to help the Berzerk side. The guys with the bulls on the logo. 14-5 he is right now, but with those 9 HP, the options are getting much pretty to 0.
I mean, now UDK also gets down. He finds that headshot as well. Beautiful play there to honestly.
They did not need to peek. There was no reason for that, and they're doing it.
They even had a Molotov to still secure that bomb plant if they would have to. And I mean, they could have went all the way up to short and just secure the game from there, but I mean, it didn't really work out.
Why? I don't understand that. It's so confusing why you would then go for the decision and hold it up to that one certain point where it can just go defensive.
I mean, now the question is, how can Villains react to this? Now, they did just win, well, those, 2 rounds in a row. It isn't enough just yet because Berzerk, they still have that cash to work with now. They can buy no matter what. I think they should have enough now to, no, never mind. I almost thought that they had enough to buy until the end, but Villains need to win this round now if they still want to stand a chance. Especially in this first side. I mean, Berzerk, if they win this round, then they'll take full control of that first half and take it probably 12-3. If they want to. However, now the question is, what can Villains do?
Yeah, this is the problem, right? Because once more, their utility is down the drain, pretty much. We're seeing no smoke. Torek carries the bomb through, and they're just 2 more rounds. There was no denial of double digits. Not that nice, but just nice to have.
This position from Carlson, though.
He can be the key changer. 1, 2. Is he going for the third? He takes the third. He's there for a triple kill. And does he actually want to pick up cleanest? But where are you looking? This is actually Molly picking him up. And only MRI left for the lurk. Not sure if he wants to go full enraged.
He doesn't really have too many options, though, to be honest. I mean, the money not looking too great for that Villain side. I mean, to be honest, I think it's exactly that scenario that we just were talking about a couple seconds ago of Berzerk now probably taking full control of that first half. And, yeah.
I don't have a good feeling about this. If you're a fan of those guys from Villains, I don't have the best feeling. But you have to put in one thing, and remark my words. I will say that those guys from Villains will actually do so good at CT that they have the chance to come back because they know each other. Crack not going to be found. MRI trying his best with the shots, but, you know, CT needs to have great team play, coordination, and this is why it could actually make it work out. I'm not quite sure about that, though. We'll see. It could be an option, though.
Yeah, I mean, now the question is, though, I mean, this round really, I think it's all said and done for that first half. I think that now it's just time for Villains to just focus on that second half and get ready for it, because you're going to have a hell of a ride in front of you.
Hell of a ride is a good description for that. MRE, they're once more going for the aggression.
Look at Alex!
Oh, no. Alex. And there's another free to go. Come on, tip the other 2 as well. Oh, no, Mally, you can have them. That's okay for you. Torek gets the plant, but, you know, it is not even an economic advantage, because what we have seen is actually the last round of half number 2, where Berzerk is hungry for 12-3. What do you say?
Half number 1.
Half number 1, of course. Yeah, I'm just went fully about it. And that's actually horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrific, it's massive, and it hurts. You could say it hurts.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we were talking about it earlier with those, well, easy mistakes. And I think that failure to not play together is one of those mistakes.
I don't know if it is playing together or if it's just playing worse, excuse me. It's just that thing, right? But we're going to find out now the CT side. It is just basically about this pistol round. If Berzerk take it, you can actually close this coffin, say, okay, rest in peace on Mirage at least. And I don't know how this will go.
We have
out.
a best of 5 in front of us. Nothing is lost just yet.
Take a look at UDK and MRA, especially what they are trying to buy. A kit is onto him, but no smoke, and this is what I dislike every time I see it. No smoke plus kit is not my deal.
Yeah, I mean, he also has a flash, but I mean, that flash not going to be enabling you that ninja play.
Nice.
Still, though, finding that one frag there.
And they're finding it. Now, Berzerk taking down that one, though. UDK has no chance, and now Kalina. Oh, he gets taken down. The angle is too tight to actually not be found. Carson just waits for the peek, has the Glock in his hands, 9mm, not put in the head. But then it is actually short. One taken down. Torek is here. Torek is there with another. And it's just about this round to actually make it possible.
Look at Merca's position. He's completely
You can forget about that. Nice one. Actually positioning going wrong, or maybe the time is right. Does he actually make it? 3 more seconds, and there's nothing to go. The 13-3 it is. And Berzerk make it possible. That pistol was crucial. And where's the kit? They had to come. They had a kit, and they did not communicate where it is.
It was with UDK towards short though, and I doubt that any of the rotators went that far.
He was playing towards B.
Yeah, but it was towards B already on short.
I'm not quite sure if it could have worked, though. That hurts just so much to watch. Berzerk have pretty much the opportunity taken down the first. Shorty has to just go fully down the drain with this, and it seems like Berzerk, you know, they're having all the nails set. It's just now about to hammering them in, and then the coffin they're slaying villains.
That is a, well, something that I don't think we were really expecting at this one-sided first map. But I mean, who knows what can happen now? Of course, that fast takeover towards the B site. A default play to see, and I mean, villains, they don't really have too much to do. I mean, you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen, you can see the player cameras of villains. It doesn't look too convinced at the moment, to be honest.
No, the problem is about the next games you have to pick up the pace. But right now, this game is not over. Okay,
yeah,
it's a little bit, you know, over, but it's not like 100% over. It's a different thing.
It's just one map of a best of 5. Who knows now what? They might just take the next 3 maps.
Besides that, who says that this map is not going towards villains? I know it is kind of unbelievable.
No.
It depends on just pretty much the next ones, how they can gain the momentum. MRI picks up the first, might get it done. Torek with 1, Torek with 2, Torek not with a third as he gets burned alive. There's a Fondue now onto the A side, and it's only onto Solak to find 4 more. The guy who plays with Tajin and Co. now needs to show that he actually has that worth.
Yeah, thing is though, he isn't that, well, big solo talent. He does do great in that team constellation. Already finds 1 frag though, so I'm not going to put it next to him. He could definitely still do this, but I mean, MRI finds that headshot with the flowers, and we can hear them screaming now. Already hyped up and ready to take more rounds now, I think. It's not just over yet.
No, it's not just over yet. Now it's just about getting it all right on point. Berzerk once more buying. The thing is, just imagine the following. Those guys from Villains take this round. Berzerk fully economically reset. Okay, nice, great to have. Then they are on 14-5, probably 14-6 due to this economic issue. They might gain that momentum, and we know this certain magic. We know this 14-to-something magic where you just come and say, hey, by the way, you're the opponent, screw you, we're taking you down 1 by 1. Let's see if Villains are able to do so.
That flash into mid does catch out quite a lot of players, but doesn't benefit short, to be honest. He is now trapped in the other corner, but that Molotov at least will delay a play coming in from Berzerk, and will enable him to find some more damage. Will get dropped by Merca though.
Took a look right now at Merca and Alex, both on very low HP actually. Easy frags for MRI if he finds any one of them. Merca is just up ahead. The bomb is onto Mali. The positioning not right, and this is also taking him down. But in total, we're not even having 200 HP onto 4 players. Torek and UDK are capable of this.
Yeah, that for sure, but as well, like, Solak already going aggressive for those frags, finding them as well. Now it's UDK all alone, finds 2 frags though, and I mean, this is still possible. 1 player down to 34 HP, the other on 10.
He can actually just know when he knows the positioning. They're all in an angle, and Merca, he finds the head of him. He was just 2 body shots away of dying, and then this.
And now we are on map points.
Yeah, we are on map point. This is kind of unfortunate right now for those guys from Silent Gaming, Villains, the organization that exists since 2006, or more like the team that exists since 2006. It is actually Short One, the only one who's left off that original CSS lineup. And now they're about to lose that first map because they're money, the utility, everything does not look as bright as you would like to have it. As we're seeing it now, Carson. Short approach. Sees actually where short one is.
Section 9 for Alex.
Oh, that is not as good as it should be. Alex only on attack. It's still humiliating the slightly armored opponents. And I think we can call GG on that because it is about to get over. UDK, you have to perform some Houdini stuff if you really want to be actually the hero.
With the 5-7, though, it is possible.
No armor.
Who knows?
Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe he has been flashed, he has been spotted. Now he gets just roasted from both sides. UDK falling down, 16-4. Map number 1 goes on the board for Berzerk. No worries though. It is their pick. And
I mean, now though, villains absolutely have to show up on second.
Yeah,